Got some issues going on over here, man. Got allergies killing me. Tam me up. I'm trying to work with it. All right, welcome. Welcome to the podcast 1700block. I'm your host, Lamont. Tam acting all crazy. Allergies acting stupid. So excuse me. It's that time of year, the weather changing. If you're missing somebody, man, it's one of them days. Welcome to this thing called life. And welcome to It's Gonna Get Better. And welcome to that you just gonna have some good days and some bad days, man. But every day is just a great day. It don't seem like it, but it gets better. Excuse me. And time. Time heals a lot of things, man. So listen, just hang in there, man. It's gonna get better. So we still in the women's month. So like I told you, everything we doing this month gonna be surrounded by women. So I drink a little water because I be thirsty. So black women have been pivotal, yet historically unrecognized pioneers in the tap dance, shaping the art forms authentic and rhythm from the 1920s through the golden age of the film and beyond. Icons like Jane Legon, a pioneer, solicit. She was one of the first black women to establish a solo career and tap frequently dancing, excuse me, in pants rather than skirts, and performing with stars like Bill Bellajangles Robinson. Um, Paul Willa Reed celebrates Harlem dance in the 1920s and 30s. She was noted for her rhythmic brilliance and was a leading dancer at the Cotton Club. The Whiteman sisters, highly success, highly successful touring act who were renewed for their rhythm and high energy tap dancers. So all of these black women, they was tap dancers, but they never got really recognized for it. Um, you have Ella Turner, Lois Madison, the Edward sisters, and Lois and Ruth, right? Or Lucy and Ruth. So just a couple black women that was in tap dance that never did really get recognized for tap dancing, right? Diana Walker, she was a master educator, often called Lady Di, who was mentored generations of tap dancers. Um, Aria Del Casey Purcell, she was a contemporary dancer and choreographer who worked extensively to highlight the legends of black female hoofers. Allergies killing me. Um, a lot of Hollywood stars, they became Hollywood stars. Well, legendaries and many early black female dancers remain legendary, incredibly or overlooked until recent efforts such as the documentary Plenty of Good Women Dancers, which helped bring their stories to the light. So it's called um, Plenty Good Women. You should watch that. It's a documentary on black dancers, women, all women. So black tap, and it'd be good for you. You know what I mean? Real good for you. Tap is Black History. These are just a few. Diana Walker, a tap dance living legend. Louis Bright, a true pioneer of the tap dance. Chloe and Madud, or Myrtle. Can't pronounce her last name. Um, excuse me. So that's just a couple. It's a couple things. Billy Bojangles, Robinson, Athletic, Nicholas Brothers. The Nicholas Brothers was mean. They was dudes, but they was mean, man. They could tap like for real. Like it ain't. It was sick. But they never. Excuse me. They never got really. A lot of them didn't really get recognized because segregation was deep and it still run deep. It's just a different type of segregation. But segregation ran deep and they used to have to come through the back door, tap and leave and shit, feed them in the alley. They would pay them in the alley. They couldn't come through the front door. Like sometimes they didn't even get paid. A lot of times they didn't get paid. They were searching for fame. A lot of times they didn't get paid, but they supposed to get paid. They didn't get it. Um, it's crazy. It's a lady that's 202. That her name is Shirley Goodman. She a 102-year-old woman from Saratoga who she still dances. I'm sadly to report that Shirley Goodman, aka the Dancing Nancy, has passed away at the age of 102. She was a local Saratoga woman who went vital for her dance move. I did this story with her several years back, and she was an absolute pleasant to work with. My thoughts are with her. So she was 102. Just passed away not too long ago. Black lady, I believe. Black pilots, because we got a lot of women that's black pilot. Um, Black women represent less than 1% of all professional pilots in the United States. That they have made significant strides in aviation history. Organizations like Sisters of the Sky. So Sisters of the Sky is an organization, black women pilots, and they have other jobs that have something to do with um, aviation. They provide scholarships and um, mentorships to increase the number. Key trailblazers include Bessie Coleman, the first black woman to earn a pilot license, and Captain Teresa Claiborne, first black female pilot in the U.S. Air Force. So they have an organization, excuse me, it's called Sisters in the Skies. It's a video provided if you look it up. It's called Sisters in the Skies. It'd be good for if you had black little children, little young ladies who want to know about Black history, because Black history is every day. It's not just in February. Don't get spooked out. We do historical things every day. um, so Bessie Coleman, 1921, she was the first Afro-American and Native American woman to earn a pilot's license, overcoming significant racial and gender barriers. Willa Brown, 1940, a pioneer aviation civil rights activist and the first black woman to hold a commercial pilot license in the U.S. That was in 1940. Jeanette Harmon Bragg, 1942, first black woman to earn a commercial pilot's license. Captain Teresa Claiborne, it was 1981. She was the first black pilot in the U.S. Air Force who later flew 34 years with the United Airlines. Um, Lieutenant Colonel Shauna Rachel Kimbrell, 1999, the first black female fighter pilot in the Air Force. Carol Hawkson, a modern day commercial airline pilot for United Airlines and a mentor focused on bringing more women of color to aviation. So you got some pretty good women in here. Um, Kamora Freeland, 2025, 17, she became one of the first youngest black female pilots in the country, 17 years old. So, women they do some remarkable stuff. So you had Sisters in the Skies, it's an SOS, it's a nonprofit founded by black women pilots dedicated to providing scholarships, mentorships, and outreach to the next generation aviation. And then you had the United Aviation Academy. It's a flight school actively working to develop that industry, aiming for high percentages of women and people of color. Its students. And then you have black women make up 5% of all professional jobs. There are approximately 150 black women pilots holding commercial, military, or airline transportation license in the United States. Sisters of the Skies was created when a founder realized that they could fit every black female pilot in the country into a single group chat. Yeah, so, women doing remarkable stuff. Just want to bring you a little something. Black women have served in the U.S. Armed Forces since the Civil War, often overcoming segregation and discrimination. Fulfill vital roles today. They compromise nearly 30% of all women in the military or higher representation than any other racial ethnic group, with noble contributions from pioneers, legends like the girl Maya Chantney Adams and Glenn Hazel Johnson Brown. Um, so got some black women that's in the armed forces. And if somebody, one of the women in your family, your mother, your aunt, your uncle, God bless them, man. And hopefully they get home safe. You got while often serve as nurses or volunteers, figure like Harriet Tubman served as a spice and a scout. Kathy Williams, she was known for Buffalo Soldiers. She enlisted she enlisted in 1886 under William Cathy. World War II, to 680, 680, 68, 6888th Central Postal Directory, um, Ballation 688 was the first all-black women's academy corps WAC unit to serve overseas, officially shortening mail for millions of people. So they were sorting mail. All black women. Following the 1948 exclusive order of President Truman, black women began integrating into more areas of the armed forces. That was in 1948 when women really started being integrated into the armed forces, because you can't do nothing without women, man. This shit just don't run right without women. I don't care. Ain't no man can't do everything. Certain stuff they just can't do. She was the first black general, Brigadier General Hazel Johnson Brown. She was the first black woman general officer. Um, then there was the first black deputy commander of maintenance. Then there was the first black female aviation and U.S. Navy. Then there was the first African American female intelligence officer in the Navy. And it was a high representation of black women, consistently highly represented, with the seeking significant numbers of enlisted leadership roles, including nearly half of all women segregation major. Then you had leadership, 2021 membership, first class Sydney Barber became the first black woman to serve as brigadier commander at the U.S. Naval Academy. So, women just doing it, man. You can't stop them, Jack. Once they put their mind to something, that it's gonna get done. No. I come back with that one. Black female actresses, huh? Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, Gabrielle Union. This my girl right here, Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson, Halle Berry, Kiki Palmer, Megan Good, Queen Latifah, Regina Hall, Saint, can't think of her name. Cena Lathan. Yeah, but that ain't how you pronounce her name. Regina Hall, Perry Washington, Octavia Spencer, Regina King, Oprah Winfrey, Alfredo Woodward, Vincia A. Fox, Vivia, Lynn Whitefield, Jennifer Hudson, Jada Pinkett, Nia Long, Janet Jackson, Paula Patton, Whoopi Goldberg, Pam Grier, Vanessa Williams, Lisa Bonet, Jermone Smollett, Cicely Tyson, Sharon, Lena, miss somebody else. Who I miss? Oh, I missed Tika Sumpter, Lolita Divine, Ryan, Simone, Diana Curl, Phyllis Richard, Felicia Richard, and a whole bunch of other people, man. So it's a lot of black women. Elisa Neal, Tracy Ellis Ross, Ruby D, Lauren London, Beyonce, Monique, Randy, Tyra Banks, Tia Worthy, Lauren. It's a bunch of black women. So just a couple, a couple black women who did some remarkable things, and they on CNN. They doing movies and shows, and they broadcasters. So just a couple of things. Tyra Banks is currently facing intense scrutiny following 2026. It exposed her conditions to American Next Top Model, former criticized her black for the show Toxic Environment. So something going on with Tyra Banks. Then she got a lawsuit against somebody. So there's a couple black women. Couple black women, movie stars and directors. You got some movie stars and directors over here. Jana Prince, Brithwood, Nia DaCosta, and Regina King. Just to name a few black women directors, just to name a few. Julie Dash, Kia Lemons, directed Sugar Cane Alley, first black woman to direct a major Hollywood studio. Palsy. Usain Palsy. I just messed that lady name up. Zoe D. Smith, director, a documentary. Ali Fundo. Fumba, director, Father and the Devil. So you got a couple good black directors, man. That's, women. They're all women doing their thing. They ain't fooling with nobody. They doing what they gotta do, man. Tyra Lynn Banks. She's a model actress. I remember Tyra Banks. Television personality. She was born in 1973. She started in models at the 15. She started modeling at 15. She became the first black model on the cover of Sports Illustrated. You go, Tyra. Miss Banks. You go, Miss Banks. So Miss Banks was the first black girl on Sports Illustrated swimsuit, and GQ. Banks broke barriers in the fashion industry, achieving supermodel status and walking major runways. She also represents CoverGirl and Victoria's Secret. She a black girl too, kind of cute. Tyra Banks. So she paved the way, you know. She paved the way, man, for a lot of women. All right. Good, Miss Banks. So Chick Web, they opening back up Chick Web in Baltimore, right? And so if you don't know who Chick Web was, I'm gonna tell you who Chick Web was right quick. There's something in the background over here. So they redid Chick Web Rec. And they revitalized it, man. They put a new gym in. They kept the original building. They put a new gym in. And so probably go over there and see if I can't get a game. So Chick Webb, he was 1905 to 1935, 39. He was born in musical prodigy and legendary swing era. He was a drummer who became known as Savvy, King of Jazz. In New York, he was born in East Baltimore, overcoming tuberculosis of the spine. He revitalized drumming, discovered Ella Fitzgerald, and guided her career. He remains a celebrity, celebrated Baltimore icon. Yeah. So if you ever, Chick Webb was a legendary, he was a drummer. Most people don't know that. But they named the record after him, right? He was born in East Baltimore. He started drumming on pots and pans, eventually playing on Baltimore-based Chesapeake Bay steamship in his teens. Iconic funeral after dying young at 30, following surgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital. His funeral attendance roughly 8,000 to 10,000 people, causing massive crowds to pack the streets. Oh, have mercy. Community tributes. He was remembered through the Chick Webb Memorial Recreation Center in Baltimore. Rothstein Place. He is buried in Albertus Memorial Park in Baltimore County, where his grave is sometimes honored with cross drumsticks. Yep. Yep. Chick Webb. So now you know who Chick Webb is. His band office features vocalist Ella Fitzgerald, frequently won battles of the band competition against giants like Benny Goodman. Yep. Old Chick Webb. Yep. He was a drummer. He was a well-known drummer, man, and could play. So, welcome to the Podcast 1700 block. I'm your host, Lamont, and that's pretty much our segment for the day, man. Thanks for support me, man. I see a lot of people outside. They say thanks. You know, keep doing what you're doing, man. I really be watching your podcast. So thanks, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm a little wind up over here. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Some days it don't work, some days it don't, man. We gonna pray for the camera too. All right. See how I be playing with the chat? I be playing with, trying to get it right. Some days it's good. It's like anything else. Some days it work, right? Some days it don't. But we gonna keep playing with it. So welcome to the podcast 1700 block. I was off a couple of days. Had a couple people, man. Parents passed away. My condolences to anybody who lost somebody, man, because, I mean, death gonna be death, and everybody gonna leave here. Some people cope with it better than others. But, you know, we managed to get through, man, as time go on and God keeps showing his hand and he keep waking us up. You just gotta keep praying and keep pressing, keep pressing. It's gonna be all right. All right. So welcome back to the podcast 1700 block. I'm your host, Lamont. Oh, I see. Well, I'm over here by the steps. Look a little better over here. I'm over here and the steps in my way. I may have to scoot down a little bit. All right. Thanks, y'all. Welcome. See y'all when I come back. All right. Thank you. So now I see what the little line is. It's a step in the back. All right. Bet.